Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Look at Rigonauts. This is a new... How would you even describe this game? It's like a vehicle building combat slash puzzle game now available on Steam. Apparently this has been available on the Apple App Store as well as the Android market for a little while, but despite owning an Android phone, I have never heard of it before until it came out on Steam a couple of days ago, depending on when this video gets published. But anyway, usually when I talk about mobile ports, I'm like, man, this game is shitty, the interface is garbage, they didn't do very much to change the fact, like to hide the fact that it's coming from a more simplistic platform, not to rag on phone games necessarily. But I have surprised myself, or been surprised myself, by having an insanely fun time with this game so far. I think Rigonauts is easily one of the most just like sheer fun games that I've played so far this year. And if you have a mind that's kind of like a little bit interested in like engineering or designing and stuff like that, you'll probably find yourself having a lot of fun with this too. So we're just gonna get started here. It does, I have to admit, have a very simplistic interface here. But we're just gonna start on the very earliest level here. I've only got about an hour into the game so far, but that's enough for me to basically describe what the fuck is going on here. So basically, we are in control of this ship right here, and if I get rid of these parts, you can see more of the meat of the game potentially, because this is the design that I used last time. So we have this ship. If our ship gets destroyed, we lose. We have to destroy the enemy ship here. So there's like the command pod inside of that hollowed out skull, and there's a gunner here as well as like various other parts here. So if their gunners all die, or the command center gets destroyed, they lose. So what we have to do is design a ship that is capable of taking them out. So in order to do that, you know, we can attach bits and bobs. So we're first going to attach a couple of bits here. Going to attach some wood like so with my mouse, rotating it like so. We're going to attach some wheels like this. And notice the gauge in the top left. The more bits and bobs we attach, the less points we get for victory. So like, it works kind of on like a Guitar Hero system where if you do really well you get 3 stars, if you do very poorly you get 1 star, or you fail, I guess. We also have gun slots right here, but we only have 1 gun slot that we can use right now, but I'll just put a gun right here. Boom, and then that is basically all you need to do. We can hit go and just go into battle here. We have no control over our ship anymore. It's now entirely, you know, in its own hands. But we can kind of lay out some actions that we want the ship to take as things go down. Let's just let ourselves win here first. Obviously, this is the first level, so it's pretty easy. We get 3 stars on material, 3 stars on guns. So that's the best that we could possibly do there. Let's go back to this. And I'll show you a little bit more tutorialization here. So basically, we can also choose, because we don't have any direct control over our ship after it gets started, but we can choose where we want it to shoot. So we can be like, okay, prioritize this piece of bone right here, because if you shoot this piece of bone out, then this gunner will fall off and they will lose. So instead we can do that. And let's also just get a little bit crazier with our ship design. Let's get rid of the bits here. And instead, maybe we'll just put like 1 wheel like this, and 1 wheel like this. And hopefully this won't just fall over, although I think it might. Oh no, it's getting close, but I think we're gonna be okay. Oh, maybe not. In a weird way, this game sort of reminds me of World of Goo, sort of, which is not really a fair comparison because the games are not similar at all. They're both very good. Oh, we still won that. We didn't deserve to, but we still won it. But in the sense that you like end up creating these crazy structures and you're like, I have no idea whether this is gonna work, and then you just kind of like let the physics sort it out. So let's move on to defend yourself. This is a little bit later on in the game, not very far, but the game actually ramps up in difficulty pretty quickly. We're gonna get rid of all this stuff because this is my previous design. So like I said, I've only got about an hour in the game so far, so like a ton of this stuff is locked, and it's been an hour of relatively consistent progress. As you can see, these levels, you know, if you end up having some trial and error, which does happen to me from time to time, the levels can end up being like 5 minutes long each. But still, all of this shit is unlocked, despite having played the game for an hour. Usually with mobile games that are ported to Steam, after an hour I'm like, okay, I got it. I understand Bumbledore. I've got all the tools at my disposal. But in this, they gradually introduce more things. So now we have bobs, including a cannon, and we also have 3 gun slots. But if we look over here, we have a lot more enemies to deal with as well. And we can also look at, one thing that's important is to look at the weaknesses of your enemies. So if you look, this stuff is made out of stone beams. Those are weak to cannons and axes, which is just like normal gunfire. Oh, no, it's not. How did I mess that up? Okay, so that's the machine gun is like the rocket, or I guess that's supposed to be a bullet, and the cannon is the bomb. So you can see that this shock right here is weak to everything, so maybe it would be best for us to focus all of our efforts on that. However, they also have flame, gun, and gun turrets, so we're gonna have to set up some kind of defense for ourselves. But first, We got to make sure this thing can actually drive. So let's do what we did the first time, because I think that's a little bit more safe. I haven't gotten too crazy with my designs yet, but you know, if you're one of those people that's watching my Kerbal Space Program stuff, you can understand why maybe I'm trying to keep it a little bit, shall we say, conventional right now, because when I get a little bit unconventional, bad things start to happen to my designs. And then this is going to be basically like a shield for us right here. All we have for material is wood right now, but this is going to make it impossible for bullets to get at our ship, I think. I've been wrong about that before. We have 3 gun turrets. So let's attach 2 cannons up here and a machine gun on the bottom. I want the machine gun on the bottom and the cannons on the top because they need more height to get a good arc. And then we're going to just focus all of our shots here on the spring, or the shock first, which should take everything down here. And then we'll focus this, and this. And we'll see how this works, so let's get started. And I'll get my mouse pointer off the screen. Worth noting that there is like weight and balance here, so it's totally possible with this ship that I've created, the balance would have just been totally fucked. I think we're gonna be fine here. The balance would have been totally fucked and the thing just would have gotten too top heavy and rolled over, but we ended up doing okay. But you can see that I didn't do very well for guns there. That's because I had 3. I think if we want to get 3 stars, we need to do it with only 1, which I don't know if this design is capable of doing. We can probably do it with 2. So let's give that a try. We'll get rid of this one. And then give this a try. It might take a little bit longer, but it's very interesting to do like repeated trials like this and see how much things can change like very drastically simply by getting rid of one part that you thought was maybe not necessarily essential for your success moving forward. But anyway, you can see like our beams are getting a little bit scarily dark there. We might lose our machine gunner. Yeah, we lost our machine gunner. We still have our cannoner though. And I think we're still gonna win here. One more shot from the cannon should do it. Maybe we'll get up to 2 stars now. Could we do that with 1 cannon only? I don't know. It would be a long shot. That's for damn sure. Let's give it a try here, though. Let's get rid of our machine gun and try this with 1 cannon. I don't think this is gonna work, but I guess anything is possible. We could also, I suppose, just modify our design and try to put up more of a shield, and maybe that would protect us a little bit longer. But if they kill this 1 cannon, I think it's game over for us. It's also possible that maybe it would be better for me to aim someplace else. I'm gonna die here. Here it comes. Yeah, and that'll do it. So we wave the white flag. I want to try that one more time and just think about how I would make this better. I guess what I would do is maybe put like a bit here. Oh, but this is gonna make us lose on materials now. Or not lose, but get less stars on materials. This is an interesting conundrum. What if we go over here and maybe focus on taking out, I don't know, the flame turret first, followed by this one and then this one, and we'll see if this works. But if not, I'll just move on to a later level. I'm definitely still at the point where I have not even come close to like mastering the mechanics of the game, so I'm not trying to get too much into this like score attacking or like making sure I'm trying to 5-star absolutely everything that we come across. Come on, one more hit. That took out both of them. Now we might actually have a chance, although this machine gun is, you know, looking like it's gonna make pretty short work of that beam. Oh, one more. Ah, we managed to make it work. Okay, and I think that should give us 3 stars each. That was lucky. So, now let's move forward to something a little bit later. You can see I'm only on like the 11th level, and I've failed the 11th level many, many times. Let's go with maybe a simple puzzle. I've actually forgotten what's up with this. But apparently, like, my solution is on display right now. But we'll get rid of this, and I'll try to take it out of my memory. I wish there was a clear all button. Maybe there is a clear all button. Yeah, it's clear my ship. Okay, I didn't notice that before. And it always starts in this kind of design right here. But you can get rid of this stuff if you want to, and oftentimes I choose to. Although this is a well-balanced design just for, like, locomotion. So look at what we got over here. We got lots of bone, which is weak to machine gun and axes. I've never had, like, the melee option. And we have some wood, some stone, and some bone. I wonder if we just stack this up with machine guns and just focus like intently on firing right for the center here. Because this is weak to machine gun, this is weak to machine gun, this is weak to machine gun. So perhaps, here's what I'm thinking. Make a very simple locomotion type deal here. We do have I think we do have bone now? No, we don't have bone. We get bone on the next level. We get bone on the next level. It sounds like a, I don't know, a female empowerment incredibly crass hip-hop song or something. Okay, so basically we're gonna build a pretty similar design. Oh, I want to move the whole ship down. Pretty similar design to the designs that I was using before, so we're gonna... Or that I was using before on this level, I should say. So let's move this one down here, and then we'll attach just like straight machine guns. We got 4 gun slots. We're probably not gonna earn... Oh, we're probably not gonna earn 3 stars for guns on this, but that's okay. I just want to see if this design works, because as you saw, my last design at least had some variety with respect to its turrets. And then we're gonna focus first this, and we'll see how this works. Before, I was trying to take out all the turrets. The problem... Oh, well, that's not good. Left all my dudes back there, and they are now shooting our own ship, which, you know, seems to be a pretty bad design flaw. So let's retry that. Clearly, we've made a mistake here with respect to our bits and our bobs. So let's put another bit, like, right... In fact, if we put this, like, right here, then this would also serve to possibly protect our ship as we move forward. But I'm not sure if our guns will be able to hit it. Hit the spot that we want to hit anyway. So this should be attached. We'll try to attach another bit up here. Keep us in the 3 stars for material range anyway. And we'll see if this works. Seems to be connected at least, which is a good start. And we'll see if we can tear through this bone, tear through that second phase of bone, and now go right for the command center. I think this is gonna work. This is way better than the solution I came up with last night. I find this with a lot of puzzle games like this, where I just like wake up the next day and feel way better about the way things are going. But I still, you know, I still need 3 stars there in order to actually, you know, because the way the levels work, like, we have to beat the Baron to move on to the next level, of course. But additionally, sometimes it'll also be like, you don't have nearly enough stars, motherfucker, so you'll have to backtrack and do a lot of these over again. Let's go with obstacle course, and then maybe we'll try the Baron a couple of times and see if I can beat that, because I've had a rough time with that one so far. I haven't tried it too much. But this is a level I really enjoyed. This should work right off the bat, but then we'll try to design our own thing. So you can see we've got to go over all these humps here, and then we got to destroy... Did I want to click on that? I don't remember. And I want to destroy the command center. I'm just going to go straight for the heart here. I think I've got full flaming. Yeah, just full flaming turrets. So we'll see if this works. One of them just fell right off the bat, which is probably not the best design choice. But it took me so long just to get a design that actually went over these humps without causing my ride to flip over, that I think this happened to me the first time too, like that flaming turret just fell off the top, and I was just like, whatever, I don't care. Doesn't bother me in the least. Right, so this is a design that can succeed, although it does only have 1 star for guns. So let's go back, we'll clear our ship, we'll clear our priorities for shooting here. Let's see if we can't build something cool. If we just let this go, I'm pretty sure that it just falls apart over the first hump. Yeah, it goes through like this. Oh, maybe it'll stay together. But this is without anything on the top of it to possibly imbalance it. Okay, so that's fine. We can stick with this design for now. Let's not get too crazy. We could also attach shocks to our boat here in order to make it possible for us to maybe, you know, absorb some of the impact when we land. But I am gonna then attach some bone here. And I'm trying to look, let's see what the enemy's got going on here. Wood, which we can kill with flaming turrets. This responds to cannon turrets. And this is weak to everything. What if we just stacked up cannon turrets and just tried to aim like straight for the heart here? I think that might be our best solution. The reason I'm doing cannon turrets is because they can fire on an arc and maybe get in here. But we'll see. And then the reason I'm putting bone here is because like these materials are weak to different things, if you haven't picked that up so far. So for wood, that's weak to like fire and I guess melee, whereas bone beams are weak to cannons and melee. And what does the enemy have a lot of? Flaming turrets. So we definitely do not want to use... that's weak to machine guns and melee. We don't want to use wood too much because wood is weak against fire and they have an awful lot of fire going on. So I'm going to set up something like this maybe. I'm hoping this isn't going to super imbalance our structure. And then I'm going to set like cannon here. I hope that's connected. Here. Here. Oh. Here. And here. And again, this will only be 1 star for guns. But we'll give it a try anyway. I'm mostly concerned about just getting this piece of garbage over the hills and not falling like that. Oh, but we might recover for 1 hump at least, and then probably lose it again on the next. Ooh, this is harrowing. Wow, that was actually really good. I'm surprised that worked as well as it did. Could we do that with less cannons? Let's see. That's the way I play this game now. It's like, okay, I did it once. Let's see if we can do it again with less guns. And obviously I'll get rid of this one right here and see if maybe we can get by with just 2. If I can get 2 stars on this, you know, pick up an extra star, that would be a-okay in my books. It's always this first hump that's a pain in the ass, but hey, the decreased weight apparently made it possible for us to get over that hump a little bit more easily. And now we're getting direct hits into the center here. One more barrage should do it. You know? Oh, we got 3 stars for guns there. Never mind. We can move on now. Alright, now let's get to the nitty-gritty here. Let's check out the Baron. This is where shit gets a little crazy. You can see there's an enemy on that side. There's an enemy on this side. And this is the design. Now we have 5 gun slots, by the way. This is the design that I used before that pretty much got me fucking murdered. So I think we have to basically make our ship asymmetrical. And figure out just how the heck we are gonna make this work at all. So let's focus on this guy first. We got Stone, which is weak to cannons. Bone, which is weak to machine guns. And then this. So I think we need cannon, machine gun on this side. So what I'm gonna do about that is I'm gonna put like Bob here, or Bit here I guess I should say, with a machine gun on it. Like that. And maybe like a cannon on top of it? What turrets does that have? Does that have flaming turrets? Laser turrets! Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna build like a roof type structure to protect my ship. This actually is not gonna work because there's a little bit of my ship poking out from the right side. So let's revise this design. Instead, we'll do it like this. Let's do like that. And then a turret, or a piece of wood like this. Piece of wood like this. I'm not worried about getting lots of stars here. I'm just worried about actually beating it. And I'm also not worried about my ship looking very, very silly. So let's attach it like this. I should actually get rid of this one and use a bigger one so that I can protect the underside a little bit as well. Like that. And it's probably good advice to do the same thing on this side. Probably not the most efficient shield ever created in Rigonauts. However, hopefully it will more or less get the job done. So then we need 5 guns. So we're going to start on this side. We're just going to do 1 machine gun and 1 cannon. Like that. And we're going to focus intently on like this, this, and then this. I guess I have to... Oh, didn't want to do that. I guess I have to clear other... Why is that 4, 5, 6? Do I already have... Oh, I already have 1, 2, 3 set us up here. Okay. So that's what I want to do on that side. Let's see if this works, just on this side. I'm skeptical because the wood seems to just be melting because of the laser turrets. But if the lasers aren't focusing properly, maybe we can make it happen. Oh man, this is not good. Yeah, we had to surrender there. So we need some more defense against lasers. I'm not sure if maybe bone will do it. And how do you defend against lasers anyway? Because like... Let's just put a piece of bone here and see if it works. No, because the lasers can still hit it. I guess I have to put it on like slightly more of an angle maybe. Or I need to add more turrets on this side and get rid of those laser turrets faster. Because this is not working out right. I almost feel like I should just stack more gun turrets up in the middle. But these ones are weak to cannons, so I don't know. It's definitely survived a little bit longer, but I don't know if that was the piece of bones help. What if I did like little piece of bone like this? Yeah, a little bit, needs a little bit more rotation. The rotation in this game is sometimes a little bit funky in my eyes. And then like a little piece of bone like this too. Thereby creating sort of a shield through which I can shoot, but the lasers are going to have a difficult time. They're just going to run up against the bone a lot of the time. Or they're just going to be able to directly shoot my machine gun. I guess. But, oh man, we lost a piece of bone too. This is not going as well. This actually went a little bit worse, I think. But I mean, things change every single time. Let's revise this design a little bit. I think we need more firepower on this side. Because if you look at this ship right here, this one doesn't look quite as scary. We can just bombard this with cannons right here and pretty much break through, I think. We got another laser turret? Yeah, we do have some laser turrets. So I think maybe if we put like another cannon on this side. Is this really the solution? I don't know, but we'll see. And I still think I do need like some kind of shield. Let's move back a little bit. No, I don't want to. Okay, let's move back a little bit here. Need like something like this almost. Is that attached? I can't tell if that's in a green outline. I think this looks pretty good to me. My machine gun can still shoot exactly as it needs to, but the laser can still get to it too. Although I think it's protecting it a little bit. And we're definitely breaking through a little bit more on this side now. Possible that we might actually get 1/3 of this damn ship destroyed. Nope. Did do a little bit better though. Maybe there's something over here like I could focus on just taking out the wheels instead. What are the wheels weak to? Machine guns. Oh, let's just try it. I'm not necessarily saying this is going to work out for the best. So what if we put like machine gun, machine gun, machine gun, and then we'll move these down a little bit actually, because get them close to this, because I want to try to make another bone barrier. Although I think the lasers are going to be able to hit me pretty easily. This is the first time I've ever dealt with the lasers, by the way, so have mercy if I'm missing something completely reasonable. You know, I can't really put a bone barrier there, so we're just going to try. Oh, I didn't even stop it. I didn't even change my priorities here, so let's just go straight for the wheels. Or we'll go for the first wheel. Or the shock under the first wheel, or above the first wheel. Then we'll go straight for the Skull HQ here. And we'll see how this works. I don't hold out a lot of hope. Should be able to take out the spring pretty easily. That doesn't really take it out, does it? No, that didn't work really well at all. You know, I give up here. Let's try a bit of an earlier... you know what? We gotta at least give it a try. I feel like there's a lot of trial and error in the game. The difficulty does ramp up very quickly. What if we focus on this asshole first? We take the right side instead. Also, I could just attach 5 guns here and see how that works, but I don't want to do that just yet. Maybe we can try that. Like cannon, cannon, gun, gun, and we will change our priorities back to the way they used to be, where it was basically like ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bam. And then we'll give this a try. If I can't do it with 4 guns, I mean, I don't want to do it with 5 guns, because that would be very terrible for actually killing the next part. But I think we might actually get Skull HQ killed here. Oh no, he went backwards just in time! See, like I'm kind of at a loss here. So let's instead, we'll keep our shield the way it is, because we don't want our ship to be directly attackable. Instead we'll look on this side. We're just going to try to drop cannons like right in this dude's butt. Drop cannons right in this dude's butt. Another salient, witty commentary from Northern Lion. And in order to do this, we might actually have to stack up like a... Oh, didn't want to do that. Stack up like a bit like this, so that they can get a higher arc. And then we'll just try to stack maybe... We can just put our cannons like this. It might look like it's not going to hit, but they will actually rotate when we start playing here. Took me a little bit to get used to that, but I got the job done. It's like this, and we'll see if this works. We do actually go in the opposite direction, which was something I was worried about initially. Maybe we should focus on taking out the laser turrets first, because those seem to be a total pain in the ass. Well, we killed one! We did actually manage to kill one of the ships. Oh, no we didn't. We just shifted and started taking out the other one. I don't know, I say we give this one more try, and then we give Rigonauts the send-off here. So let's give this the old college try, trying to take out the lasers instead. Which, we need... First, cannon to break this. We need to go all the way back to our ship here, okay. Cannon to break this, then just go crazy on like this wooden beam, like right here. No, I want this one. The bone beam actually is what I was going for. Yeah, okay, I think we got it. And then the same thing, like go crazy on that bone beam as well. And we'll just go back and see what we got here. We do need the cannons to break through the first line of defense. Can I put a beam? I'm using way too many beams. Yeah, a beam like this might be real cool if it doesn't block that first cannon from shooting. Maybe we just want a bit like that. Like a tiny one. Like that, maybe? Who knows whether that is going to work or not. And then we'll put a machine gun on the end of it. Oh, we can't. Well, we'll put a machine gun here. And then to avoid putting all our eggs in one basket, let's put a machine gun here and a machine gun here. And we'll see if this works. If it doesn't, that'll be the end. If it does, maybe we can tweak our design a little bit and try to make it work. Okay, well, now it's the machine gun's time to shine. First laser turret is going to go down. Now it's time for the oh, no, it's not down yet. We need to kill the wood turret instead. Oh my god. Okay, well, we are going to do one more design then. I think that went a little bit better. But instead of... We need like one less machine gun turret. Maybe two less, actually. Although it's nice to melt the bone faster. And like one flaming turret. Which we'll put like right there. Hopefully that won't block the cannon. And we need to, instead of aiming at the bone here, aim at this wood like right here. And we'll see if this works. If it doesn't, this will for real be the end. So the flaming turrets fire like flaming bolts. They're not really good against anything so far, except for wood, which I guess makes sense. There we go. We should be able to at least... Oh, come on! No! My turrets! Well, you know, let's... We can't really afford much more protection, sadly. But... Maybe... I mean, this will block my It's concerning. I need like a better design, basically. That's my problem right here. This is not going to work. But I can protect myself on this side a little bit, which has been a problem. So we'll rotate this one like this. Maybe put another bit like this. And now it should be harder to take me out on this side. I hope, anyway. And we'll still be kind of fucked on this side, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to watch my turrets a little bit more closely. It looks like the cannon can shoot totally fine. It's not really blocked by anything. So that's good. Maybe, if I kill one laser turret, I know I can kill the rest, so it's all good. We did lose our flaming turret there a second ago, which is bad, because that's what we're using to try to take out the wood, primarily. That is going to do it, unfortunately. Alright, so let's give up here. This is Rigonauts. Really enjoying my time with it so far, despite the fact that I'm apparently just engineering retarded. Despite this fact, yeah, Rigonauts seems like a really good time. It is maybe cost prohibitive for some people. It's $10. However, I think this is definitely one of those very rare occasions where $10 for a port of an iOS or a mobile game is actually well worth it. The one complaint I can levy against it, two complaints. Maybe the difficulty ramps up a little bit too fast, and in addition to that, no multiplayer. If this had like multiplayer where you and your friends could design ships to fight against each other, I think that would be awesome. Sadly, that does not exist. However, I still think Rigonauts is definitely a game that a lot of people will get a lot of enjoyment out of. It's got that same kind of like Kerbal Space Program thing going for it, where it's like you can design whatever your heart feels would make it content, and then, you know, pit it against the enemy and see if it's actually viable, or if you are a mad scientist who is, you know, just truly mad. But in any case, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.